Are showing their team pride by wearing their blue and gold. Others are taking it to another level. This Brewers fan on a mission today, walking into Lids and Clips.
You ready? Ready.
Anthony Gooch asked his barber for something special in honor of last night's big win. Tony the barber says Anthony isn't his first client to make this request.
I just try to clean a little bit.
It takes concentration.
The first line is the most important in any design.
And skill.
You gotta stay as still as you can be and just keep quiet and let him do his work.
At least he's in good hands.
Try to put some blue, and I'll try to put some yellow right now.
If you're not brave enough to sport the logo on your head, there's always team gear.
I texted everybody that I was coming here today, so I have a huge list. I'm getting the Chasing History hat. We have a few of these shirts and a bunch of these as well.
Fans have different ways of displaying their spirit, but they have the same idea.
Basically show support, for our city of Milwaukee.
Anthony wants to be sure he stands out. What do you think?
Very, very amazing, honestly.
You can learn more about Tony the Barber at tmj4.com. The team store is open from 8 to 8 every day. Reporting from Miller Park, Corinne Zell, today's TMJ4.
Thank you, Corinne. And to see how a photo helped a Brewers fan find a kidney donor and the 9 celebrities who are supporting the crew, all you have to do is go to tmj4.com/Brewers. Well, still ahead, a life-saving lesson for young children today.
And more questions than answers about that limousine crash that killed 20 people. We'll have the latest.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Carol Meekins, Steve Shamraz, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Goddard, and Lance Allen, Sports.
The driver in a deadly limo crash in New York was not properly licensed. Investigators say 20 people were killed after that limo blew through an intersection and then drove into a parking lot. The NTSB says it is the deadliest crash in the U.S. since 2009.
New at 5, a former restaurant manager in Cedarburg has been charged for a crime he's accused of committing in 2014. Now, the criminal complaint alleges Jacob Bannis drugged a woman at the August Weber House restaurant. Bannis was investigated back in 2014. He was not charged until now. Also new at 5, a group of Milwaukee Public second graders got hands-on experience on what to do in the event of a house fire.
Our Tatiana Cash joined those students to see what they learned.
It's National Fire Prevention Week, and second graders from Milwaukee Spanish Immersion School are getting hands-on experience at the Survive Alive house. This is just pretend. To simulate a fire, flashing red lights and fog machine smoke fill the Survive Alive house. Second grader Lauren Slayton and her classmates immediately put their new skills into action.
My favorite part was when we had crawled out of bed and we did it really safely. My favorite part when I was crawling out the bed and touching the door.
This is all part of the National Fire Prevention Week campaign kickoff. Milwaukee Public Schools, Mayor Tom Barrett, and firefighters explain the importance of fire safety to the children.
Look up there and it says look, listen, and learn.
Why is it a big deal to do things like this and include lovable characters like Sparky?
Well, just because what Sparky does is the kids really love Sparky, and so I think it helps just really get the message across.
It's clear that most of the message is getting through.
Look, listen, be aware. Fire can happen anywhere. Fire safety is important because you're supposed to know what to do when there's a fire.
Mock fires and classroom videos weren't the only teaching tools. Tatiana Cash, today's TMJ4.
That is a creative lesson plan.
And one they won't forget anytime soon.
Well, coming up next, the message from Florida's governor as Hurricane Michael gets ready to make landfall.
And meteorologist Brian Goddard is in next with when autumn is going to replace our brief respite of summer.
Storm Team 4 now, Florida is bracing for Hurricane Michael. It's expected to hit the state this week. The path, though, is not certain, so the governor is telling people to prepare to leave. Time now for the latest on our weather, and summer is back.
Felt good today, Brian Goddard. Yeah. I plan on enjoying it for the brief amount of time it lasts.
That's what you have to do this time of year because you know it's not going to stick around. After 2 weekends in a row now of damp, chilly weather, temperatures in the 50s basically and rainy, it really changed last night and this morning. And with that change, the warm front came some rain. Juneau picked up 66 hundredths, Fond du Lac just about a ½ inch, as well as Jefferson, Sheboygan just under a half, Milwaukee less than a quarter of an inch, New Berlin just a 1/10 of an inch. We had that dense fog this morning, and then once that burned off late morning and we had the sunshine, boy, did it warm up quickly. How about 83 here in Milwaukee? We missed the record by just 2 degrees. 84 in Burlington, 80 in Watertown, and upper 70s elsewhere. Just a little cooler right at the lakefront with that southerly wind coming off the water in Port Washington. Plenty of sunshine today. It will stay that way. Well, it'll stay mostly clear for this evening. The sun's going to go down here in about an hour and a half. Temperatures are in the 70s. It's now 71 in Port, 79 in Kenosha, 78 in Watertown. We had those rain showers late last night, early this morning. Everything has been pretty much to the west of us the rest of the day once we got the fog out of here. And there is this huge storm system that will keep bringing us more rain. The warm front lifted to the north last night. Now we're getting that southerly wind with the heat and humidity. The cold fronts to the west, that gets here late tomorrow into Wednesday, and with that more heavy rain and a big temperature change once again. The country has a huge temperature range. It is 86 in Muggy and St. Louis. It's 84 Chicago. You jump over the front, the Twin Cities at 53, 36 in Rapid City. Good thing the Brewers wrapped this up yesterday. Denver was seeing some snow earlier, and it's now 40 degrees. It would have been a cold night for baseball. It is muggy here, drier behind the front. That won't get here for a couple more days. Tomorrow continues to be humid, so does Wednesday, and once the front gets here, the air dries out and it gets very chilly as well. As we look ahead to Friday, what's going on Friday? Oh yeah, the NLCS. If you're tailgating, bundle up. 47, that's the high. We don't know the time of the game yet. More than likely probably the evening. When you walk out of the stadium, it could be in the 30s. I'm not kidding. Any rain